Hey guys, welcome to Red Balloon Films. Welcome to Let's Chat. I've got a question. What is a way to open these videos? You do see a lot of videos, a lot of cool stuff that I discussed, like the John Campea show. It's like greetings and salutations. You got like the sign off from the Truman shows, like good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And it's like even call me Chris. What does she say? She's like, welcome or thanks for returning to call me Chris. So, what would be a good opening for Let's Chat episodes on Red Balloon? That's what I want to ask you. Go into the comments, let me know, because other than saying welcome, I'm at a bit of a loss. So, let me know. Here we go. Today we are just going to have a chat about action films. What is your favorite action film? What action films do you remember growing up? What ones do you love today? What are your top films? Now, there are so many action films that I love. Absolutely love. That I couldn't even make a top 3. I couldn't make a top 5. I have put together 10 action films that I just absolutely adore, and I cannot put even in any specific order. So I don't even know which of these would be my favorite on any given day. But let's get into it, right? And let's have a quick chat about these films and tell me, what are your favorite action films of all time? Be very, very, very interested to know. So for me, just give me 1 second and we will just get this going. Thank you. Okay. Technical difficulties. So, The Matrix. Now, not The Matrix Reloaded, right? This is just an image that I had, but The Matrix is one of my favorite action films of all time. I remember leaving the cinema in awe of that film when it first came out. Not just the action sequences, but the idea behind it. It was so good. And one of the things that struck me about The Matrix, other than its brilliance, was how this film would have been the perfect sequel to Terminator. Terminator 1 is a fantastic action film, one of the best. Terminator 2, unbelievable. One of the few films where the sequel actually is better than the original. You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger does an amazing job in that film as well. Unbelievable. But the whole story around saving John Connor, time travel, unbelievable. And then the Terminator, they stuck with that. Every film every, not predecessor, every film that follows Terminator 2 is the same film. Terminator goes back in time, tries to kill John Connor, gets stopped by Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it's just a little bit more of an advanced Terminator. And then it's like Terminator goes back in time, tries to stop John Connor, and again it's just a little bit more of an advanced. And so it became so repetitive, and they never kind of garnered any new ground with that world or universe or anything else. And if the Matrix, if the Wachowski brothers and James Cameron had come together, when the Wachowskis were creating this, if they had said, you know what, this could be called Terminator, The Matrix, and it would have been phenomenal. Neo could have been John Connor, not what's his name? Mr. Thompson or Mr. Anderson, Mr. Anderson, not Mr. Anderson. He could have been Mr. Connor, and he is the one, and Morpheus frees him, and then he has to lead the rebellion against the AI computer race. Right, Skynet has become something more than just the Terminators running around on skulls shooting people. They've destroyed the planet. As you know, if anybody watches The Matrix, you'll know what The Matrix is. So, for me, The Matrix would have been the best third film in a Terminator trilogy. What are your thoughts on that? I'd love to know what you think. Armageddon. Now, I absolutely loved this film when it came out. when it came out, it came out alongside Deep Impact. Deep Impact was more of a story about a meteor crashing into the earth, and Armageddon is a better action film, and it's more of a character-driven action film. The opening scenes to Armageddon on the oil rig that introduce you to all the characters, everyone we see in this image, even Steve Buscemi's character, all within that oil rig, and the story that's told where Ben Affleck's character is in the bed with Bruce Willis's daughter, and you see all the interactions that those characters all have together. That is the film. The film is the characters. It's a very character-driven action film, and the meteor, that's just a MacGuffin. That's just something for them to do, and that's why I just love this better than Deep Impact, because Deep Impact, the main character is the meteor, and in Armageddon, the main character are all the characters within the film itself, and they've all got these unique personalities that are just brilliant. And one of Ben Affleck's breakout roles, and obviously Bruce Willis has had some great films in the past. This is one of his best. Now, Die Hard, by the way, guys, it's not on my list. It's not on the list, and that's because it is one of the best action films of all time. But for me, it'll be on my best Christmas films list. That's it. You heard it here. Best Christmas films. That's right. Die Hard is a Christmas film. It's official. There you go. Wow, a second Keanu Reeves film. And I tell you what, Speed is not on this list, but Speed could very well be on this list. Keanu Reeves with the hat-trick of action films that are phenomenal. But here's John Wick, a film about a man and a dog and revenge. And it is just pure, unadulterated action at its finest. But it's not just the simplicity of the story, it's the direction, right? The scenes where he walks through the nightclub and the music is playing is phenomenal. The action itself is brilliant, but it's just so well directed. John Wick is absolutely one of my top 10 favorite action films. The GOAT. That's right, he's the GOAT. Top Gun Maverick. One of the best action films ever made, but also by one of the best action film stars ever to exist. Tom Cruise is the ultimate GOAT in my opinion, not just for action films, but in film. Because if you take away Top Gun Maverick, you take away Mission Impossible 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you take away Days of Thunder, right? Even if you consider Far and Away as an action film and not a period piece, right? If you take that away, you take away all his action films, you've got Magnolia, you've got Born on the 4th of July, you've got Vanilla Sky, you've got Cocktail, right? These are very underrated, unbelievable films, right? Yes, The Last Samurai is phenomenal as an action film. But if you watch something as simple as Risky Business, or again, if you go back to Cocktail, they are brilliant films. Great acting as well. Vanilla Sky, I don't know why, but I love Vanilla Sky. I think it's brilliant, and it's mostly because of the soundtrack. The music of Vanilla Sky is amazing. So guys, Top Gun Maverick came out this year. It was better than anyone expected. I think it was better than what Tom Cruise expected. It obviously did. Unbelievable financially, but it is amazing. Now, kind of running out of time, so I'm going to give you my countdown of Tom Cruise films in another video of my favorite to least favorite Tom Cruise videos. So I hope you enjoy that. Let's blast through the rest of these action films. Con Air, right? I mean, we got Nicolas Cage. He's phenomenal. It's a great film. It's that and The Rock are two brilliant Nicolas Cage films. They probably came out quite close to each other. Really cemented him as a brilliant action star. Two very different characters, right? I mean, Con Air and what's his name? In Con Air, Cameron Poe. He's the action star. And in The Rock, he's more of a scientist, goody two-shoes, nervous guy. And he does both of them very well. And you can throw Face Off in the list as a great action film. Here's the GOAT. I could not separate the Mission Impossible films. I'm sorry. So his Mission Impossible series makes the list because I love them all. And yes, I also love Mission Impossible 2. I don't know why people dislike this film. It has everything that you should have in a Mission Impossible film. It's just a little bit more stylized than the rest. But if I was to rank these films, I would say it would go Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, Mission Impossible Fallout, it would go Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, Mission Impossible 1, Mission Impossible 3, and then Mission Impossible 2 would be... Actually, I would put 2 ahead of 3. Yeah. I would rather watch Mission Impossible 2 than 3. Right, but that would be the order for me. Rogue Nation, Fallout, Ghost Protocol, Mission Impossible 1, Mission Impossible 2, and Mission Impossible 3. And I'm looking forward to seeing Dead Reckoning in the next week or so. Braveheart. I mean, who wouldn't have Braveheart in their all-time action films? This had everything. Absolutely everything. I could not talk enough about this film. But as we've reached our 10-minute limit on what I want these short Let's Chat videos to be, I can't really talk too much more about it. It is phenomenal. And if you haven't seen it, unsubscribe, because this film is amazing. Hacksaw Ridge, directed by Mel Gibson as well, because Mel Gibson directed Braveheart, if you didn't know. So now Hacksaw Ridge, also directed by Mel Gibson, starring Spider-Man himself, Andrew Garfield. This is a brilliant film, and the fact that it's a true story is heartbreaking. Unbelievable film. And then you got the Bourne films. Now, I remember when I was quite young, Bourne Identity came out, and it was phenomenal. And if memory is correct, the Bourne Identity was meant to be a James Bond film where Bond forgot his name and had amnesia, but they didn't end up going down that route. So they created the Bourne Identity, which then its success and its brilliance led to the Bourne series. Take away Legacy, and you've got a trilogy that is absolutely amazing. So if you haven't seen the Bourne series, my God, watch it. And that is for our superhero Let's Chat, which is coming the next day. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me on these best action films. Love to know what your favorite action films are, or the action films that you think are really, really cool. Put them in the comment section. Let me know, what did I miss? What did I not pick? I know I could pick 10 action films that are completely different to these, and they would still be amazing. So let me know what you would do, and have a great day, guys.